What do you think when you hear the name Adam Sandler?
Your mind might go to films such as Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and maybe even Leo. You know, the animated Netflix film Leo with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
But the truth is, there's plenty more where that came from. Nearly 50 movies that we're going to sit through and watch just so that we can properly rank each and every one. Some movies that you never even heard of, others that are super great, and maybe some that are an absolute nightmare to sit through. The one thing that they all have in common is the funny man himself, Mr. Adam Sandler. So have a seat, grab a snack, and prepare yourself as we watch, rank, and review every Adam Sandler movie that's been released. And here in part 1, we will be covering
Going Overboard, Airheads, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Bulletproof, The Wedding Singer, The Waterboy, Big Daddy, Little Nicky, Punch Drunk Love, Mr. Deeds, 8 Crazy Nights, Anger Management, 50 First Dates, Spanglish, and The Longest Yard.
Alright, there you have it. Are you ready? Are you excited?
I think I'm excited. I think we're forgetting something.
Oh, what? Did you want to grab it?
The briefcase.
Oh, the briefcase.
Inside of this case lies the hidden treasure. Are you ready to go overboard? Let's go.
Oh man, the guy's talking about incest. It's not funny, the guy needs help.
Going Overboard is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. It kind of seemed like it was like a school project. It didn't even feel like a real movie. In Going Overboard, Adam Sandler's character is a wannabe comedian. He's on a cruise ship waiting for a bunch of models, I guess. And there's this comedian that he really wants to be like. So he fantasizes about killing this comedian, doing whatever he can to get up on stage. And by a stroke of luck, he is able to get on stage because the comedian falls off the ship, or everyone thinks he falls off the ship, but he really locks himself into a bathroom and can't get out. Everyone thinks he's dead. His girlfriend's devastated until she meets a new guy like an hour later and marries him. Adam Sandler gets to do his stand-up comedy, and when he does his comedy, he bombs. Everyone hates it. In the meantime, when all of this is happening, the models, they were doing some interview, and they called the president of another country. They say he smells like pizza, and he is pissed about it. So he hires his goons to go and kill her. And they get to the ship while Adam Sandler is doing his comedy bit, and chase him around a little bit. And Adam Sandler saves the day. He heals the world with laughter. And that's the resolution. Oh, and then the comedian gets out of the bathroom, and then they throw him over the ship. And he's just pissed.
I guess the number one thing about the movie is that at least Adam Sandler warns you that the movie is going to be bad.
Yeah.
The movie literally opens with about 5 minutes of animated Adam Sandler with making goofy faces and like introducing all the actors for that had to have been, it felt like 5 minutes, probably 2.
It must have been 5 minutes. And then right at the beginning, yeah, they show him and he's like, by the way, this movie has zero budget.
There's no budget, don't expect nothing, and for the most part that was somehow proven to be even worse than what I thought.
Yeah, it was.
The thing is, going into this movie, I was expecting it to be terrible, but I was expecting, like I said, I told you, I was expecting to at least laugh together and find it really stupid. But it did happen a few times,
yeah.
But it was very minimal. There's not much to go back on.
There's a couple times where you could laugh, but overall, it was just like not even close to funny. Like
No.
there was nothing that you could really laugh at aside from the comedian locked.
I mean, the star of the show is Dickie Diamond. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Dickie Diamond is the kind of guy, I feel like everyone knows a character or somebody he's like the, come on, fuck you, man.
Get out of here.
He kept saying, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that.
They thought he went overboard, he was like looking over the ship, and they like put in these noises of his stomach. It's supposed to be going like
growling
and then he goes over the ship to like throw up, but he obviously doesn't throw up.
Like, you know, the Reddit mod hat he's wearing falls off, and then he
looks down at the hat and he's like, fuck that, fuck that.
His thing was like flipping off the camera and also staring at it too. And then he ended up in like the smallest bathroom of all time, and was stuck there for about like 40 minutes.
The whole movie.
Like,
The only good thing about the movie is that it kept cutting to him in the bathroom being like, fucking let me out of
Yes.
here, fuck. The thing I can say about this movie is that it must have been fully put together, like shot and finished within like a month or two. The sound mixing was some of the very worst I've ever seen in my entire life.
the scenes where Shaggy is at the bar with Dickie Diamond, and he's literally just like whispering to him.
Yeah,
He's like, "Can I please get a gig on your show?" And then not Shaggy, Dickie's just like, "Fuck that!" It's just like the complete. It's like almost like a prank where you're like putting your ear in to listen to something, and then someone directly screams in it.
Yeah,
as a
you both
joke.
went-
I guess I had also mentioned some of the unnecessary scenes between. I don't know if that comedian, the older gentleman, was. I take it that was a real person.
Yeah,
But that was about 5 minutes. There was about another 5 minutes of just dream sequences where Adam Sandler's character just dunks on Dickie Diamond for like no reason.
Yeah,
and then
there
wakes
is,
up.
and then there was two that were just egregious. There's one scene where he just says, "All right, now let's cut to some beautiful women."
Yeah,
And it's about
a lot
it's about 2 minutes of just panning,
just
through
like
just
a
girls
bunch of
and-
asses, just like in a line, all on like beach chairs, just like one after the other.
And then-
There's also like a 5-minute Scooby-Doo like
Oh,
chase
yeah.
scene that is just extends its
There-
stay and its welcome.
There's a moment where Adam Sandler gets booed off stage, and they're like, "There's also
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
a rock."
This is the best one.
There's-
This is the one I forgot about.
There's, I guess, a rock star on the ship we didn't talk about.
It reminds me of Eddie Munson from Stranger
Like,
Things.
there's no reason for him to be there. He contributed literally zero to the plot. He was, at one point, his manager was, like, talking to him, and he was, like, having sex with a girl at the same time on the deck, just, like,
They're, like,
licking her
sucking each other's
toes.
fingers.
Yeah, it was weird. But, yeah, Adam Sandler gets booed off stage doing his comedy bit, and then they're just like, "Let's get him up here!" And he gets up there, and he performs a song for, I swear, 5 minutes.
Yeah,
It's just
it was just like a music. It was like a live music video.
yeah, it's just a music
And the
video.
set completely changes too, from the Laugh Factory to just a fucking a huge ass.
We
stage
go
with
from
a
the
huge
cruise
crowd.
ship. The original comedian is doing his comedy act on the deck of the cruise ship. And then when Adam Sandler goes, he's at the Laugh Factory, which is supposed to be on the same cruise ship. And then when he gets kicked off that stage, we're on like a different stage for the concert. And then in the end, Adam Sandler's back on the deck of the cruise ship, so we can have the guys come on and start shooting up the place. Like,
Yeah, that part didn't age well. I mean, also the white guy playing a guy named Ahmed.
yeah.
In the
And,
movie.
you know, they're supposed to be the terrorists, so of course they're named Ahmed and they have the accent.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
I mean, what can...
Also, another thing I have to add is you could not understand a word that most of the characters are saying, especially King Neptune for like 2 minutes, where we looked at each other and asked whether or not he was just speaking straight gibberish.
Yeah, he was probably
to
speaking
Adam
tongues.
Sandler's character.
You know, you get a mix of the characters between like some of the worst acting you'll ever see, and then characters that are trying to spit through their lines so fast that you can't understand.
Also, do you think this movie had a script, or do you think it was kind of they freeballed a lot?
They must have had a script because of his buddy Bob. The way he talked every time, it's like he had the words in front of him and he was like,
Yeah, Bob, you need to step your game up, boy. It was rough. The only thing that I think will save this movie compared to any of the future ones is that it's obviously not a cash grab compared to like something maybe like I could see like Pixels being.
yeah.
Or like Jack and Jill is about that's the only way I don't think this movie ends up literally dead last.
Yeah, you could tell that they like just wanted to make a movie and it was probably fun for them to make. It's not fun for us to watch. It's not funny, but
It wasn't even bad funny. That's the sad
no,
part.
No, it exists. That's all I can say about the movie, and
I don't want to put it 47, but I think it goes in the 40s.
I think it might have to go dead last. I mean, right now, as it looks, I can't think that a movie that has an actual production can be worse than this. I mean, it's just so
Like
boring.
the only way I think it can if it's like so clearly a cash grab, like what I've seen from Happy Gilmore 2, where it's like literally just every minute is a cameo, and that's what it's trying to do. But let's put it. What if we put it at 46?
Let's put it at 46. now.
46 to
Come on, let's go.
47. Okay.
Wow, that movie was really awful. I hope the next one is a little bit better than that. Anyway, on to Airheads.
Why don't black people like me?
Excuse me?
Airheads is a comedy movie starring Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and of course, no one other than the Adam Sandler. The movie focuses on the trio and their band, the Lone Rangers. Apparently the band is not called Airheads, so I'm not sure why the movie is called Airheads.
No idea.
But the Lone Rangers are looking for a record label to take them on, and the band looks out for anything, and they end up going to this punk record label in which they infiltrated by sneaking in with these plastic guns that Steve Buscemi shoots like hot sauce out of, so they're not real, and they kind of look like toys.
They do look like toys.
The guns don't look real. And they take it there, and they go to Chuck from Better Call Saul, who's like this soft guy with a ponytail, and then there's this other guy, I think his name is like Milo, and he also is a guy in charge at this record label, and the two kind of clash. One's like punk, and then Chuck is like really soft and kind of a baby, has a blonde ponytail, you know. And the movie just jumps right into it. Like, they hold these people hostage within 15 minutes of the movie, and basically they demand that by any means they want their song that they've made to be played to the public. And you would think that this goes south really fast, but about an hour of the 90-minute runtime is actually focused on them holding the people hostage and them trying to get this tape to play in front of all these fans that they create through holding these people hostage. The movie ends at least somewhat realistically. I mean, there was multiple times throughout the film where the main characters go out and interact with the police and are legitimately 10 feet away from police with a supposed gun in front of their face, and they don't get tased or anything. The realism does kick in at the end, where the guys do finally come through in the end with their Live from Prison record that goes triple platinum. So in the end, the band, they do face their consequences, but it does come with that cost. But they nail it.
Yeah, they get their dream. At the end of the movie, it says they served 3 months in prison for doing everything.
Too. So actually, no, they didn't really face that much consequence. It was actually a huge win for them.
It was a huge win for them. Their things that they ask, they make their demands because of their hostages. They bring in millions of dollars worth of stuff. I mean, the stuff that they ask for, like guitars and a bunch of weird things.
Oh yeah, how about a live set from a giant like aircraft carrier?
they air in a live stage and play a show in front of everyone. Not to mention all the damage that happens to the stuff inside. I mean, they literally cost the state millions of dollars and got 3 months in prison. I'd do that. That's crazy.
That was worth it. Everything they did was worth the 3-month time.
Yeah, this movie was way better than the last one. It actually felt like a real movie, which the last one did not at all. But
the one problem I would say with this movie was hard to get involved with any of the characters and really feel any stakes within the kidnapping and the hostage situation. I mean, it was an hour of just the main characters, the 3 main characters and the hostages basically just interacting in a comedy setting. The only time they really had anyone like tied up was Chuck, because he was like this big soft idiot who likes soft rock.
Yeah, it didn't feel
that was the reason. There's no stakes.
Yeah, nothing bad ever felt like it was gonna happen. There's this like plot point that I guess Adam Sandler's character had sex with one of the cops' wives, and that's why they're divorced. And then you thought that was gonna go somewhere, and it just like fizzles out into nothing. A lot of points. The
problem is there's 2 plot lines that become completely irrelevant by then. One is the Chris Farley cameo where he is a police officer and he gets made fun of a few times for being fat, and that's like the whole gimmick.
Yeah.
And his mission is to go find Brendan Fraser's girlfriend, to find this tape, which happens like in the middle of the movie. It doesn't even happen at the end. And then he's just kind of let off the hook. There's this other guy like crawling through the vents, and I don't remember his character's name, but he was kind of sucky. I didn't like his character.
No, they used that character to like give them a real gun instead of the fake guns that they have, which was
doesn't change anything.
No,
it didn't really change anything either. And in the end, it just said they were arrested and taken into custody for using fake weapons.
Yeah.
I think the real loser of this movie was Steve Buscemi's character. I mean, the guy was just like, I mean, you called him like a creepy sex pervert.
No, he's just a
in the middle
creepy
of the film.
pervert.
It's just weird.
Dude, there's this girl in the middle of the movie, or throughout the whole movie, Adam Sandler,
It's like his love
like, he,
interest
like,
in the
gets
movie.
with her.
Yeah.
This hostage, she, like, is into him. And they get together. It's weird, but it seems like she's into it. And Steve Buscemi, like, goes up to, like, hug her, and he's, like, being weird. And she's, like, revolted. She pushes him away. She's like, oh! Adam Sandler's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah,
Come on.
and then when they're performing in the prison at the end, he's like grinding against his bass, and Adam Sandler's character Pip has to tell him like, dude, what the hell are you doing?
He's, like, having sex
and like
with his
all
bass.
the guys there in their prison uniforms are just looking at him
Like-
like he's a creepy sex pervert,
Yeah.
basically.
Guys, he should probably stay longer than
Mhm.
3 months, I'll say.
As for Adam Sandler's character himself, Pip, the pool cleaner, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the drummer, so it's like no one really gave a fuck about him. He was like the third guy. But he's still like, I think he stood out just as much as Brendan Fraser's character, Chaz,
Yeah, I
as
think-
the main character.
I think at the end of this movie, what you see is it's not entirely a full-on Adam Sandler movie, but Adam Sandler really does steal the movie with his performance. I think he was good in it. He was actually charming, unlike the last movie. He had what people look for in an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly a Adam Sandler movie. It was Adam Sandler was just in it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're hyping the movie up more than it gets credit for,
Yeah, it was a
just
little-
because of how we only have to compare it to Going Overboard
It's
so
true.
far.
It did drag
I want
a
to
little
put
bit.
this lower than the midline. I think it goes somewhere in the 20s.
Really?
Yeah. I have a feeling as the movies go on, they'll be more likable because they're maybe more relevant or newer. Just seemed like we were sitting through something that was just kind of, it's like a time capsule.
Yeah, there's a lot
Really
of
old.
old references.
Uh,
If they made a movie like this today, it could be funny. Them talking about like geese and the Strokes.
yeah, I mean, let's not get it wrong. The Lone Rangers are an industry plant band.
They're an industry plant.
They had one hit, and they went triple platinum.
I mean, they went to jail for 3 months. You don't think that was an inside job? They were setting it up.
Yeah, they got set up
manufactured
so
their
that they
romance.
could get out, put out another record, and guess what? At the end credits, all they're credited for is their one record. They never came back with another one after 2 or
Did
3
you
years.
hear when Buscemi went solo? That fucking creepy ass like. Ooh.
that one music video?
No. Oh, don't. Even
Oh
remind me of
my
that.
god.
That's nasty.
Oh, that was
I say let's put it at 25.
25.
Well, at least we can call this one a movie. Where should we put this one? Why not right here? Now on to another movie, Billy Madison.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Billy Madison is much better than the last 2 movies. This movie felt kind of refreshing. I was laughing pretty much through the whole thing. If you've never watched Billy Madison is about a kid, Billy Madison. He's probably in his 20s, and he's just a screw-up. His dad is rich. All he does is drink and sit by the pool all day. And his dad is stepping down from his position at his business and wants Billy to take over. But Billy is such a wreck that he can't do it. So his dad decides to hand over the business to his associate. But Billy Madison wants to own the business. So he makes a deal with his dad. If he can go back to school and finish all of the grades, then he can get the company. So Billy goes back to school, he goes through all the grades, and as you can imagine, he completes it, and he gets the company, and he gets the girl, of course. And that's pretty much the plot to Billy Madison, but where it stands out is the funny moments that we finally get.
Oh, we were cackling the whole time.
Yeah.
Which I didn't actually expect going into the movie. I mean, the first 15 minutes were somewhat of a rough watch. The opening sequence is like Billy Madison driving around on a golf cart and imagining the penguin that he sees, I think, whenever he's intoxicated.
I see the penguin in that scene, and it reminds me of that random scene in Fight Club where he just like is in the Arctic and he sees this penguin. That's what it is. There's just a random penguin. It shows up 3 times, and It's just there. It's a hallucination, but at the end, the bus driver's like making out with the penguin, so I guess it's real, kind of.
I guess, yeah, another Chris Farley appearance. But the thing is, the movie started really slow as for the comedy. Like, it was a lot of loud equals funny, a lot of Adam Sandler making a lot of weird noises.
Talking like a baby.
I like shampoo.
He goes,
I think shampoo is better.
He's like,
No, I think conditioner is better. And what is he?
stop looking at me, Swan!
Yeah, so there was some of that, but as it went on, for some reason, I think we both started to appreciate this small stuff.
Yeah, it started to be a lot funny. There's so many just little jokes that happen in this, and just like background things that people say that you can pick up on, and it's funny. And there's just reoccurring themes, like one of his maids there is like constantly sexually harassing him.
Yeah, but it's okay because she's like, she's like the fat black lady.
Yes.
So it's fine.
So she's like the comic relief. There's a part...
There's a lot of good comic relief characters.
Yeah, there's like a musical number that happens toward the end of the movie that I have no memory of. I've seen this movie before, probably like 5 times. I don't remember the musical number, but there's a moment where they're all singing, and then that maid comes back out and she's like, whoa!
Yeah, like every time she's on screen, it's some like 5-second bit.
Yeah,
it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's really funny. I have some standout lines written down. There's so many.
I didn't realize how many memes are from this movie.
Yeah, there's so many lines in here that everyone knows about. Like, he's trying to spell the word couch, and he does it with the R, and he goes C-O-R. You going to the mall later? I feel like everyone knows that. There's a kid who's like stuttering to speak, and he's like, today, Junior.
You blew it.
Yeah.
Dude, the delivery is hard to go this.
You blew it.
Yeah, it's tough.
That scene where he says that, he has this kid from his 3rd grade class call his teacher, and he's like, "Are you
Do you like
single?"
anyone in class?" I saw you wrote one thing about the kids sleeping on him during nap time.
Yeah. It's so weird. There's like kids. Everyone.
I thought the Valentine part was the weirdest.
Oh,
the way
yeah.
he picks, it's the 3rd grade class. He has the Valentine cards, and he flips one over. It's from a 3rd grade class member, and she like stares him down with like the eyes, and like the way he reacts back that gets me. He's like, all right. He's like, if you insist.
Yeah,
he's like, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments like that where it's like kind of funny, and then you think about it and you're like, these are all kids.
All right.
Like when he's in 9th grade and the girl next to him is like annoyed by him, and he's like,
oh, she wants to make out with me.
Yeah. It's like, all right, well, that's a 14-year-old also.
That's cool. And then his buddy does try. I'm pretty sure his drunk buddy does try to kiss that same girl at the end.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the same girl.
It's somebody.
Uh-huh.
And the principal in this is like a pervert, I guess. He's just like...
Yes, he wants Billy Madison, just like everybody else.
Yeah, in the same Valentine's scene, he looks down. There's this card that he's got. It's the 3rd one, and it's from the principal, and he's like, I think you're cute, Billy. And he looks up at him, and he's like, huh? Then he looks back down, and he goes, P.S. I'm horny.
He reads the first part, and the guy's also like, oh, yeah. And then it says, P.S. I'm horny, and he looks at the camera, and he's like...
The end when he graduates, the principal goes up to him, and he's like, by the way, I'm still horny. And then he grabs him and just starts pumping him.
He's got the weirdest face, like, something like this, like... Also, the antagonist in this movie is actually somewhat well-written antagonist. There's a scene that made us laugh at the beginning where he's literally sitting in a black, dark room by himself, kind of like this, and like, Billy's not gonna get past 9th grade.
Yeah.
I just know it.
It's just this
He's got a
comedic
little hamster with him.
It's like a Dr. Evil situation. It's just
exactly
like comedically evil. But like the writing in this one is so much better than the last 2 movies. I mean, like, things come together. There's not just like random things that you're like, why was this in the movie? When something happens, it usually happens for a reason, or things come back and it's reoccurring. There's not just like one-off
like
random
the Steve
thing.
Buscemi character.
Like when you think, yeah, exactly. The Steve Buscemi comes back in the end and shoots the guy. The penguin, you're like, oh, why is there a penguin? It's in the movie 3 times. The maid always is making the comments. The teacher from 3rd grade, Miss Lippy, she comes back.
Everybody's consistent. And
Yeah.
this one has a lot more characters that you care for.
I mean, the only like bad parts about this movie is it's like there's some lines that just like aren't that funny just because, you know, you're just throwing a bunch of shit at the wall and
See what sticks, yeah. The
Like,
batting average was pretty good.
I'd
but-
say in the beginning I was not in for the first like 10 minutes, but after that it got me. Like right in the beginning he's talking like a baby and doing all this stuff. He goes to eat dinner, or it's, you know, a business meeting I guess for dinner, and Billy Madison is there for some reason. And then you have the evil character, and Billy Madison walks in and he starts eating his soup like
Oh, like a baby.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
there's this scene in Clockwork Orange right at the end. Alex in that movie, he's getting spoon fed his food and he's opening his mouth like this every time to eat it. He's like, and it reminds me of that because he's eating the soup like. So like up to there, I feel like is when I was like, oh, this is not gonna be a good movie. And then I feel like everything after that point was just good. I think that this movie it's easy to get soured on by people because of what I'm assuming is coming next. I feel like this shtick might get really old, but at this point,
the absurdist humor worked.
it was good.
As for now.
I forgot about this scene. There's these recurring through all the grades. There's this family, the O'Doyles. Everyone knows that line too. That's like a common line. Everyone says O'Doyle rules. Well, the bus driver like when they were going to the field trip, the bus driver like throws his banana peel out the window, and you see it another time or maybe two other times. And then the O'Doyle family are just driving their car and they run over the banana peel. It's not like a Mario Kart situation, I don't think, where he spins out.
It looked like they just basically off themselves down a cliff.
Yeah, but the dad just decides that he's had enough and just like kills his whole family and drives them off.
And
the
it was
cliff.
like a 30-second clip that was inserted so randomly at like the climax of the movie. It was about right at the end of the movie.
It was so random. It's like you get this like payoff justice for these bullies that like barely picked on him throughout the
barely
movie.
made an appearance.
It's like you're supposed to hate them. Their family's in the movie for maybe not even a full minute. It's crazy. There's a weird scene where the kids on the school bus like dare him to touch the teacher's boobs, and he's like, no, that's assault. And then he's like, you double dare me to it.
He's like, I'll do it.
And then he just goes and does it. And she like knows about it and she's cool with it, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, oh, they get to the field trip. She's like, oh, don't worry, other people have tried to do that before
Yeah, it's
too.
like,
but it's
what?
kind of like she says it pretty sexually too.
I feel like in this movie, sexual assault just like doesn't exist, and everyone's just like,
yeah, that's
cool with
right.
it. But I liked the
this one
movie.
killed
It
though.
was good.
This one killed it though. It's not gonna ruin my mood like the first movie did, or
No,
it's still early.
Yeah, this one's fun.
But
This one's
it'll
funny.
be up there. I think this could be like top 5 funniest.
I think so too. I think we should put it high, like real high. I don't know. Are there gonna be like 8 movies funnier than this one? I doubt it. We could put it around like 6, 7.
Let's go 6.
Well, I'm glad we finally got a good one because the last 2 weren't the easiest watches in the world. What's up next? Oh, Happy.
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
It is currently 1 in the morning right now. We just wrapped up our 4th movie watch of the day, that being the 1996 film Happy Gilmore. This movie comes just 1 year after Billy Madison. It's more of a movie. It's not so much just a bunch of jokes thrown together in the same way Billy Madison is.
Yeah, it feels like they wanted to actually go for a story-driven movie this time.
But the idea of Happy Gilmore is Happy is at heart this hockey player who loves the Bruins. He has a grandma and she is like the only person really in his life after he killed his dad in a hockey accident.
Yeah, he hit him with a puck.
And the problem is his grandma's house is going for sale and he unfortunately has no money to cover this. So as a result, she has to go into a nursing home. And as all her stuff is being moved out, these moving guys are using his dad's old golf clubs or grandpa's old golf clubs, and they have this little competition to see who can drive the ball farther, and Happy realizes that he might have a knack in golfing, or at least driving the ball. He meets Chubbs, which is like his mentor in the movie, the guy with the prosthetic hand that It is the uncanny long arm that's like 9 feet long, which was one of our favorite parts of the movie. We also have the love interest in Julie Bowen, who later on would go on to star in Modern Family. And then we had Shooter McGavin, or as we were calling him, Scooter McGavin for a little bit, who I thought was the most complex antagonist so far in any of the movies. He's the best.
Yeah.
And his celly was cold.
Yeah, it was a good celly, but I think the golf league should shut that one down. You know, if John Morant can't do the celly, neither should Shooter.
It probably wasn't controversial back then, but like today, it would be. I wonder if he still does that in Happy Gilmore 2.
No, they can't allow him to do that. I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2, but no, they gotta cut that.
As the movie goes on, Happy plays in different tournaments, fixes not only his golfing skills, but his anger issues. He begs Julie Bowen's character. He always gets at least one blonde per movie. I think it's been all 4. But in the end, he takes down Shooter, and Shooter gets like mauled by like 100 people or something.
He literally gets like ripped
I don't
apart.
know.
Like, there weren't that many like laugh out loud moments. I feel like I wasn't really laughing in this one.
The humor was not as absurd as Billy Madison. It was, like we said, just much more of a safe movie. I feel like you could tell that the budget, he must have really hit big with Billy Madison, and this movie had a way bigger budget. There's like 3 or 4 songs that you're like, okay, that definitely cost a lot of money to play that.
Yeah,
for
there's
30 seconds.
definitely a soundtrack budget in this one.
The Bob Barker cameo was cool as well.
Oh yeah,
it was cool to see him, and their fight scene was funny. It was one of the better parts of the movie.
That was probably.
But also him just being like, bro, you suck. You're terrible. You're awful. You know.
And if there is a Happy Gilmore 2, I'd like to see Eminem in it. I'd like to see...
Oh, I'd love to see, like, Bad Bunny and Travis Kelce.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That would be really funny.
Another moment that I forget about is, like, when his dad dies, it basically just shows him, like, hitting the hockey puck, and then it just, like, cuts straight to the funeral.
Oh, yeah, I hate that they killed off Chubbs. That was terrible. It was... The moment was funny and all.
It's the weirdest.
But it's like, I would have liked to see him be there when he won the gold jacket. They did him dirty.
Yeah, he got done dirty.
I would have liked him to be there.
Maybe he gets resurrected.
And then maybe, if someone had to die, it should have been the grandma.
Oh my god.
Because then he's like, I'm going to win this for her. And then him and his new wife, they live in that house, and then they have kids, and like, you know, Chubbs is like the cool great uncle.
There's like a B plot in the first half of the movie that just like never gets talked about again, where the grandma's in this nursing home, and
with Ben Stiller.
Yeah, and Ben Stiller's like running the nursing home, and he's like running a sweatshop in there for all the grandmas to like make quilts for him, and he's like just harassing them and having them do labor for him, and the grandma like wants to get out of there, and then Happy just like takes her out, and then we never see him
never
again.
seen again.
I don't know if he's in the second one. He might be, but
I think he is.
This is more of a family movie.
Yeah.
I feel like it has a lot of loud equals funny still. He like gets down at the
getting
golf
angry.
ball,
Yeah.
and he's like screaming at the golf ball. He's like, "Go in! Why don't you go in?" And the iconic line, I guess, just tap it in.
Yeah, which apparently you thought was not from this.
I don't know. I guess
thought it predates it.
I guess it's like seems like such a common phrase that you would say. I don't know. I guess it was invented in this movie. Yeah, I mean, overall, this movie is just like...
It's a classic.
It's a classic. It's so iconic, but I kind of feel a little underwhelmed. Especially right after Billy Madison. It's just like... It wasn't bad, but it just... I don't know.
It was just like a follow-up that played it safe.
Where do you think we should put this one?
Right now, I mean, as of the first 4 movies, it's below Billy Madison, but ahead of Airheads and Going Overboard.
I think it's closer to Airheads than it is to Billy Madison.
I put it somewhere in the teens. Like 15.
I feel like it should be lower. Maybe like
18?
Yeah, 18.
Okay, let's just tap this one in right into this spot. Let's move on to the next film. I'm tired.
I'm getting animals to piss on you, man. Cows, pigs.
Bulletproof is a film all about friendship and the gray area in life, a point that they really hammer home throughout the whole movie. It stars Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler. At the beginning, you see them as a gang of 2 criminals. Right away, they're evading police officers. Adam Sandler does a little trick to get them off. Later, you find out that Damon Wayans, Rock Keats, or you really learn his name is Carter, turns out to be an undercover police officer. Adam Sandler finds out when they're in the middle of a big drug deal. Everything goes south, a bunch of people get shot, and Adam Sandler, Archie Moses, ends up shooting Rock Keats in the head. He survives, obviously, because it's right away in the movie, and later on, they catch Archie. Once they arrest Archie, Colton, the drug dealer who Archie was working with in the beginning, wants him dead, and when they're walking him to the police car, stages a huge ambush in which they try to kill him. Everyone dies but our 2 main characters, and they get out, and the rest of the movie shows them escaping and figuring out things like some FBI agents are corrupt, until it reaches the end with the big climax, where you learn that Carter's girlfriend that he's been staying with is actually working with Colton to take them down. Well, you know, a bunch of stuff pursues, and Adam Sandler comes in and saves the day, and they both get off and live happily ever after, and that's pretty much the plot of Bulletproof. So what did you think of Bulletproof? Seems like you have some strong opinions. You hate it.
This movie is a mix between a comedy and an adventure / action film. The movie it's not funny at all.
I don't think it's really a comedy movie, though. It's more of just an action movie.
No, and at the beginning of the movie, Adam Sandler's character, Archie, basically admits that this guy is like his best friend and he knows him better than anyone else.
Yeah, he talks to him in the beginning and he says, "I'll suck your dick if this guy's a cop." And
Like, there's no possible way.
Adam Sandler is like weird with this motel keeper at some point. He's talking to him about like having a threesome with him and his wife and a bunch of weird things. They kind of just try to splice comedy in like that, and it doesn't really work.
The bit with the hotel clerk did not hit at all.
No,
it was more awkward than anything funny. There's a few action scenes that you know that the 2 main characters are gonna scathe out, and that part is whatever. I feel like the part that really lost me and might be the worst part of the movie is the whole plane sequence where the plane is literally nosediving to the ground and Archie and Carter are just walking around the plane like, oh shit, we need to stop this plane. Meanwhile, they're showing these shots of the exterior of the plane that's literally like going flat.
Yeah, there's a plane
towards Earth.
I think that if that happens in real life, you just pass out, don't you?
You're definitely not gonna be able to keep your balance while walking on the plane.
No, they don't. But he gets in the driver's seat and pulls up the plane in the nick of time, and then they land on like the edge of a cliff. It's just over the top stupid, but you can give it the benefit of the doubt because it's just trying to be a stupid action movie. Some of it's just kind of dumb. In the beginning, Carter gets shot in the head by Adam Sandler, like straight on shot in the head, and then for some reason he has like a scar, a tiny little scar that just like goes on his head a little bit, and it said that he has a metal plate in there, which like if you had a metal plate in your head and you got shot in the head, there'd be way more surgery marks than what's on his head.
Also, that twist was terrible. I agree. The twist of her being on the inside and working against him was actually horrible. I also want to make note of the end of the movie where Adam Sandler's character goes to Mexico to live out his days instead of being arrested. And then there's like this reveal where he's about to be beat up by these like 3 large Mexican dudes, and you hear this voice. He says something like, "Not if I have anything to do with it," and then Jack Carter takes off his glasses and like smiles into the camera, and then Adam Sandler still appears to get beat up even though he's there to the rescue.
Some of the action scenes are kind of fun. Every time someone gets shot, it's like the stupidest thing you've ever seen. Like the bullet goes off and then like a second later they're like also in the end he's just like, "All right, you can go free now, Adam Sandler." It's like, "All right, thanks, I'll see you around." So he just gets to like leave after everything. When Adam Sandler shoots his guy in the head, the other cop like runs over there and he's like, "He's down." It's like he didn't even care. It's like no reaction. He's like, "He's down."
Oh my god, Jack's down.
Yeah, this movie sucks.
It's okay. I think it was fine. I don't think it
It's
sucked.
okay. 26 is fine.
We'll put her at 26.
It wasn't egregious.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was fine.
Nothing special.
Wow, that movie sure wasn't Bulletproof. Let's put it at 26. Now, moving on to Waterboy.
Mama said that.
Bobby Boucher is the Waterboy, a 31-year-old man who seems like a child because he's protected by his mother, played by Kathy Bates. He is a literal water boy who hands out water for the UL football team, and it seems like he's been doing that his entire life since a child. He is often discredited for being the water boy. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
It's like college students picking on a 31-year-old autistic man, and it's kind of unfortunate to see. One thing I wrote down during the movie is that despite him just trying to do his thing, everyone at the beginning of the movie hates Bobby Boucher for absolutely no reason. As Bobby goes on and does his Waterboy job, he gets fired and joins a new team, the Mud Dogs, and to everyone's surprise, it turns out Bobby Boucher actually has an excellent talent, and that is being super aggressive on the football field. He goes on to break the NCAA college football record of single game sacks with 16, blowing the old record out of the water. And he takes his team to a bowl game by his stellar defense, and they go on to win, and they beat the old former team. They beat the old former coach. I love the performance from Adam Sandler in this one. It was one that I felt like was very self-aware. It wasn't so serious in the way that I feel like Happy Gilmore was, where that film was a little more serious.
This one was absurdist in the same way that Billy Madison was, where everything that felt weird for a reason. It was all put there to just make you laugh. Like, the whole setting is something that could never really happen, and everything is just presented to you in that way. Like, they have a donkey that lives in their house. The mom shelters them so much. It's almost like commentary on kids who are homeschooled like that, and they grow up with no social skills and they have nothing to do. It's a little weird when Adam Sandler goes into these movies and he pretends like he's autistic.
I mean, everything is over the top. The movie takes place in Louisiana, and the way that they portray that is they say, how do we portray that these people live in Louisiana? Well, we'll put them on a swamp, and we'll put their house in a shack, and we'll make the mom and Bobby drive a lawnmower everywhere that goes 10 miles per hour.
And everyone is a redneck. They have the assistant coach. Whenever he talks, he's like, he doesn't say words that
That's
you can
the
hear.
shtick. This is also the first movie that leans into the absurdist comedy with the "you can do it" guy.
Yeah.
I think that guy is just like his childhood best friend, and that's
It's
why
just
he
his
got
buddy.
his gig. I think that's how Rob Schneider got his gig in the movies and got his famous "you can do it" quote.
There's a bunch of standout lines from this movie. Ones that are obviously super iconic. You know, the mom calling football foosball.
The water versus Gatorade.
Oh,
BS.
yeah, he's like, that's some high quality H2O. Something that's really weird in this movie is that, he's obviously got this mental handicap, and the way everyone talks to him, they're so mean for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
It doesn't matter if it's the quarterback on the team, the defensive end that has CTE, his old coach. It's literally everybody. Every single person dogpiles on him, and there's no regard for the guy that has special needs.
Yeah,
they just attack him because he's weird.
He got kicked off his original team because the other guys just went and started dogpiling on him, and he's like, "You're distracting my players. Okay, you got to be out."
Yeah, it was lose-lose for him no matter what. So that was tough. Also, the donkey sound effect was funny because every time the mom would say something funny, the donkey sound effect would play, which was great.
When she finally turns around in the end and supports him playing football, it cuts to her on the sideline, and whenever she's in the background of the shot, she's doing this dance.
She's trying to get her one moment in by dancing around as if she didn't just bash his hopes and dreams for his entire life.
At the end of the movie, you also learn that Adam Sandler's dad actually wasn't what the mom said, and he was just a deadbeat who abandoned him. And when he finds out that Adam Sandler got offers from the NFL, like he's gonna get drafted. The dad comes back,
now
and the
he
mom
wants him.
literally like just kills him in front of everyone, just tackles him to the ground. He hits his head, and he's just unconscious, and they just go.
And it's justified. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
So, the real question is, does Bobby Boucher have potential to be one of the greats when he goes to NFL? Like, who would be a all-time higher great, Happy Gilmore or Bobby Boucher?
1 hour later.
I think we were both pleasantly surprised by how cheesy funny the movie was.
Yeah, it's weird. When Adam Sandler talks in this voice, you expect it to be so shit, but
it's just worked.
It works.
It's worked both
it's
times.
Charming. It's fun, you know? And I think it's better than Happy Gilmore.
I do too, and I like football more than I like golf, so I'm thinking this one goes somewhere in the teens, like 10 through 15.
I was thinking 12.
12 works for me. 12 works for me. It gives us a lot of wiggle room. I mean, I don't think it will be top 10, but I think it does lean just outside of it. And it's the second best movie we've watched so far.
I agree.
So we can put it at 12. I think that's a good spot for now.
Go put it at 12.
A high quality movie and some high quality H2O as well.
Mama said that this one's going at 12.
All right, on to the next.
Somebody needs a drink.
Actually, I'm not a big drinker.
Well, I am.
Released on Valentine's Day in 1998, The Wedding Singer is the first Adam Sandler movie that I'd consider a romantic comedy, starring the man himself and Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore's character works at a reception hall where Adam Sandler plays weddings. They're both engaged, but at the beginning you can tell that she's the love interest. Adam Sandler goes to have his wedding, and he gets left at the altar. When you go to Drew Barrymore's relationship, you see that hers is kinda shaky. Her fiancé, whose name is Glenn, is kind of an asshole. You find out later that he's cheating on her, and he's just overall just a douche. Like, they're just trying really hard to let you know that this guy's an asshole. Well, a bunch of stuff happens. They kind of fall in love. She tries to go through with the wedding, and they end up on the same plane together. She's gonna go get married in Vegas, and he plays her a song, and they fall in love, and that's pretty much it. They just get married, and that's the movie.
And that's about all there was to it. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. It was probably one of the most predictable movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, you knew what was gonna happen throughout it. But that was okay. I didn't mind that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay that happened.
Yeah, it works for the movie. There was like multiple times in the movie where the characters would say a line, and then one of us would say what we would say next, and then that's exactly what's said immediately after.
Yeah, word for word. The movie starts with Adam Sandler at his first wedding performance, and they're in this scene. He stops singing and he gives the mic to like his backup singer George, who happens to be a transgender person.
Yeah, I think George is supposed to be transgender or maybe a drag queen or something.
But the idea is, as soon as George takes over, everyone in the crowd is super displeased. I mean, they probably cut to like 5 different people.
Yeah.
Just making a face like.
I mean, George is like an incredible singer. It sounds great.
He can play the clarinet, trombone, trumpet.
Like a
It was
multi-instrumentalist, and every time George does anything, everyone's just like, because they're probably trans or something.
Yep. But there was one character who appreciated George, and it was Steve Buscemi's character, who was portrayed as like this drunk weirdo. So that's the only person who appreciated George was the drunk weirdo Steve Buscemi character.
Yeah. Just like all of the movies have been so far, like being gay is kind of like a punchline.
Mhm.
There's a moment where there's like a presumed, unhoused dude. He's in the bar with this other character, and he goes and like gives him a hug, and he's like, everything's gonna be all right. And the bartender's like,
He's like, that was sus. Hey, bro, that was sus. Come on, man. I mean, yeah, Glenn is pretty well written, when you say. One of the really, yeah, you could really see it both ways with Glenn. I mean, honestly, the way it started out with Glenn is they do portray him as like, it's more subtle, where it's like, oh, this guy's in stocks and bonds. He probably is in like 4 different fantasy football leagues. But then the movie kind of derails a little bit where it's like, okay, this guy is the worst dude of all time.
Yeah, then he's like a cheater. He's telling girls on the plane that they're a hot piece of ass. He's like cheating on her. He's got like 8 girls on him.
He pulls up to Adam Sandler. He's like, oh, there you are. Hey, man, there you are. Oh, look at this douche. Look at this fucking singer, man. This guy's terrible.
He punches him in the face and he's like, you're not gonna tell Julie about any of this. I know you have a crush on her.
There's a scene where they go on this double date, and it's very clear that Robbie and Julia belong together, and the 2 girls go to the bathroom, and it leaves Robbie and Glenn together, and it's literally like the most awkward thing ever. And they're just like,
yeah. He tries to like get him in it. He's like, hey, that girl's pretty hot, huh? I guess they go to do a double date at like a strip club for some reason.
Yeah, probably Glenn's idea.
You're supposed to think
it's called Spankies. The most like just straightforward, like this is a strip club name, you know.
Yeah.
But the idea is like Adam Sandler's literally like giving this guy a chance. He's like, oh, look at that hot piece of ass right there. And the guy's like, instead of being like, oh no, come on, he's like, oh yeah, up top. Up top. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. He also, not only does he say he's cheated on his fiance before, but with girls that are way hotter and way younger. Yeah, that's a big stressor. Oh, I've gone with girls way hotter and way younger.
Way younger. There's this weird...
Yeah, the bar mitzvah scene. Go ahead.
There's this weird
Don't let that
scene.
one slide.
They're like, he gets left at the altar, so he's done being a wedding singer, so he starts singing at like a bar mitzvah, and there's this kid that's like getting picked on because he's like chubby, and he's like, no girl wants me. And then I guess they staged this thing with Julia to where Adam Sandler's like, Julia, choose which one of these guys you want to dance with. And she picks like the chubby kid. And then he comes up and they start dancing and he's like, really, me? And then he just gropes her ass for some reason. And he's like,
and nobody gives a damn either.
Yeah, everyone's like laughing about it. They're like having a good time. It's
like, oh, it's just the fat chubby kid. He can do that.
And then Adam Sandler comes down and starts dancing with who's supposed to be like the weird girl. And then he takes her hands and puts them on his ass. It's so disturbing.
And then Robbie, he says, are you sure Glenn's not going to be upset with you dancing with that kid and touching your ass, basically? Yeah. And she's like, I don't know. He had pretty strong hands for a 13-year-old.
They literally say that for a 13-year-old. Jesus.
Gotta give a shout out to the grandma character in this movie, the grandma role model. There's 2 separate scenes where she's talking to Robbie, Adam Sandler's character. First scene is about how she was just absolutely getting it back in the day. She said she had been with 8 other guys. She knows the exact number. She wants to flex it on him.
Yeah.
And then she says it's like with inflation, it's like 200 guys now. And then also she makes a lot of remarks about his baby penis.
Yeah.
And how it was like cute.
Going back to that scene at the bar, there's this funny thing. There's this dude. He's dressed up in this like red leather jacket with like zippers all over, and he's like giving a pep talk to Adam Sandler. He's like, I grew up idolizing guys like Fonzie. And you look at
really?
him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's wearing this
giant mullet, giant mustache, red jacket with about 3 zippers right here on each side. Probably fingerless gloves, too.
It's awesome.
All around quality. I mean, Billy Idol, too.
Yeah, Billy Idol's in the movie. The movie's soundtrack is
off the charts.
It's
off
great.
The charts.
I guess the movie's supposed to be set in the 80s, and they have a lot of 80s music in it. You got The Cure, The Smiths, a ton of stuff like that. It's just really cool.
But if I were to describe this film in a word, I'd probably just say, like, fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
There's
super
no
cute.
way you could hate on this movie, like, for what it is.
Yeah. No,
it'd be hard to.
It's just like a cute little rom-com. There's some things that miss, but overall it's super fun.
That's right. And there's nothing like 2 friends getting together on a Tuesday morning and watching The Wedding Singer.
Oh yeah, of course.
With that being said, I think this movie goes between Waterboy and Happy Gilmore.
I was gonna say it's better than Happy Gilmore for sure.
Okay, do you think it's better than The Waterboy?
I think it's close. I don't know if it's better. What are you thinking? Like,
I think 14.
14?
If you want to lean closer to Waterboy, you can put it at 14.
Okay, let's do that.
It's a good spot for it. Yeah.
14.
Good spot.
14 does seem like a good spot for The Wedding Singer. Unfortunately for me, I won't be getting a wedding singer because I have not met my big daddy.
He has a 5-year plan.
What is it? Don't die?
Welcome to the Big Apple, and welcome Big Daddy, a movie about Adam Sandler adopting a child.
Yeah.
That's the premise of this one. Good stuff. Adam Sandler plays Sonny, a character who he's kind of seen as like a bum by his father, his roommate, and especially his girlfriend, Boobs McGee. And as this movie goes on, Adam decides that he's going to turn his life around when Julian, the 5-year-old son of Kevin Garrity, his roommate, shows up at the doorstep of their apartment. While Kevin's out of town, it's Adam's character, Sonny, that takes on the role of Big Daddy to the child. He teaches him how to knock over people on skates, how to pee on walls, basically all the wrong things he's doing, and it shows when the teacher of Julian complains about his behavior. So, Adam takes it upon himself, Sonny, he takes it upon himself to fix his behavioral issues and cleans up a little bit, but not until the social worker, he's kind of a douche, and he wants to take Julian away from Sonny, which, I mean, is kind of valid, but the way he does it, he's portrayed as like the antagonist in this movie, I suppose. They go to court. I mean, they have like an Avengers level team for Sonny. They got the lawyer Layla, which is like his girlfriend, love interest in the movie. They got the Kevin, the actual father of the child. They even bring in Sonny's dad, who oddly hates Sonny like a lot throughout the movie. He basically calls him a bum like the entire 5 minutes he's on the screen, probably.
Yeah.
And then the last person to speak at the trial is Julian himself, and he advocates for Sonny to be his father. And everyone cheers and everyone hoots and hollers. There's even a Steve Buscemi appearance. He's in court too. And everyone's like, all right, Sonny's gonna get to be his father. But wait, the movie has like 10 more minutes and the judge says, no way, Jose. And it kind of ends weird where Kevin Garrity actually fathers Julian, and it's a little bit of a bittersweet ending where Sonny and Layla get to start a family and a time jump after a year, but it's all good because Sonny is now Julian's uncle in the end, and it's kind of like, oh, it's a little bit of a bittersweet ending, but it's a one big happy family.
Yeah, they're happy in the end. This movie, it's kind of not entirely a comedy movie, or the comedy is just for like the fun of it all, but it is more story focused, and you're supposed to feel for these characters, and I feel like you do sense a genuine connection between Adam Sandler and the kid, who you call Julian and Frankenstein, I guess. The kid is played by both of the Sprouse twins, Dylan and Cole Sprouse, which is interesting. I can't really tell when it's one or the other, so that's kind of neat, I guess.
Yeah, there's definitely no noticing it. You just see it as one character. And I mean, the kids do their best. It wasn't even like... They did what they could for being so young.
Yeah, it's not the best acting from the kid. It's actually pretty bad.
Yeah, I tried to sugarcoat it. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but...
It's rough.
It is what it is. There's also these two guys. There's a friend group of 4 in the movie. It's Adam Sandler, this other guy, and then these 2 dudes who are gay. And I remember there's one scene where they're like hugging it out, and there's always the one guy that kind of does like a Jim look to the camera. It's kind of like...
Yeah. It's
like, ugh.
At the beginning, it kind of just feels like, it's like, oh, wow, this is cool. It's just a gay couple. It's not really played for laughs at all. And Adam Sandler's like, oh, yeah, it's no big deal. I don't even really notice it. But it seems like as the movie goes on, you sort of just realize that it is mostly just for a punchline. It's like, oh, they're gay. It's like everything they do. And there's always someone going like, it's the same guy. He's like, I don't like it.
They could have literally done anything. And the guy was always like,
yeah.
He's
like you see them on the screen, and then it's like one of them like, wow, Brad Pitt's body is really sexy, or they're just talking
not as sexy as yours.
Yeah, it's like they're only there just to like be gay,
and
that's
the guy's
the joke.
Like,
yeah.
The love story is okay. It's a little rushed. They kind of just have like one date at the laundry, and then there's a time jump at the end, which I believe is 1 year and 3 months, so 15 months. And by the time you hit that time jump, Adam Sandler and his new wife already have a kid together.
Yeah.
And the kid is probably, it's definitely not, it's like clearly probably months old. So it's like they got straight to business. Big Daddy got straight to business.
Yeah, he wanted to be a big daddy.
With Sugar Mommy.
Yeah, the girl's sister, who is his roommate's fiance, there's like a common punchline that she used to work at Hooters, I guess. And it's brought up so much. It's like insane. It's so unfunny.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi is in this. He once again portrays like just like a weirdo once again. Same with Rob Schneider.
What else is there?
Are you running out of things to say about this one?
Kind of.
Let's just be honest. This movie was all right.
It was fine.
It was alright.
It was middle of the road.
Yeah.
It's one of the more popular Adam Sandler movies. I thought this was weird. I guess the mom sent the kid to go live with that dad, and he calls the dad to talk to him, and he's like, "Where are you from, kid?" He's like, "I'm from Buffalo." Guy's like, "I've never even been to Buffalo." Like, they don't just live in New York. Like, it could have been anywhere.
I guess so.
In New York, that's kind of interesting.
And then they asked the kid in court, they're like, "Where were you born?" He goes, I was born in Toronto. And then the guy's like,
yeah, he's like,
oh fuck, he might be my son.
Oh,
and then he takes responsibility for him. So at least when he was 100%, he did take responsibility.
Yeah, which is nice.
You know, it was awesome.
Guy should have handed over the kid to Adam Sandler.
Yeah, but I don't know why they didn't go with that ending. I know it would have been like what you would have thought, but they didn't. I don't know.
Would you want to raise your buddy's kid though?
Oh, that'd be fucking weird, wouldn't
That would
it?
be weird.
You every time you go over it, you know that's your kid.
You're like, that's
actually nuts.
Yeah.
And think about it. I guess
Makes
it's
sense.
fine. It'll work. I mean, they try and give it a silver lining by having him have his own kid, which I guess is fine. But like, as soon as they get to the Hooters at the end, the kid is all over Adam Sandler. He doesn't even give a fuck about his dad.
Yeah.
So, and his mom's Tits McGee.
Yeah, and
That's
then
tough, too.
of course Adam Sandler had like a girlfriend in the beginning who leaves him, and then in the end of the movie she's like down in the dumps because, you know,
she's working at the Hooters.
Yeah, that's just because.
I know you'll be working at Hooters. I don't think he said that,
No,
but
nothing like that.
And that old guy, he's working here too in the kitchen.
Yeah, old guy seems sweet, but
he seems sweet. I mean, it was a surprise that he was getting it on with that chick, but shout out to him. This movie, though, do I hate to say it was underwhelming? A little.
Yeah, it wasn't.
A little.
Really
I expected it to be better. It is one of the, more known Adam Sandler movies.
For sure.
I'll give the microphone to you and ask you where you think this kind of goes with what we've watched so far.
It's worse than Happy Gilmore.
It is worse than Happy Gilmore, but I think it belongs above the two movies that are behind that in Airheads and Bulletproof.
I think it's just as entertaining to watch as those two movies.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta give it its flowers for being Big Daddy.
I think so.
Yeah. I'll say 22. The big 2-2 for the Big Daddy.
Well, let's head to the board.
Hopefully Scuba Steve doesn't get mad that I'm throwing this one in the 20s. I'm pissing all over this, and then I'm gonna place this right about here, and let's watch Little Nicky.
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
The plot of Little Nicky is pretty straightforward, but it's pretty weird. Nicky is the son of Satan. Satan also has two other kids, Cassius and Adrian. And these kids are trouble. Nicky is good, I guess, and Satan is also pretty fine. Every 10,000 years, I guess, Satan's throne is to be challenged, and he's gonna give it to one of his sons, and instead, he chooses to keep it himself. So, in rebellion, the two kids go off to Earth to start wreaking havoc. And I guess while they're at Earth, Satan's body deteriorates until they're back. So little Nicky is tasked with going back and capturing them and saving them. They go through a bunch of trials and tribulations, and eventually, little Nicky gets them back just in the nick of time to save Satan. And that's the movie. That's the plot.
This movie is what I was hoping it would be, honestly. You came in knowing it was going to be corny, you knew it was going to be cheesy, but it did it in a fun enough way where it got some laughs out of you with the stupid Adam Sandler goofy face humor. So the main shtick of Little Nicky is he moves his mouth like this to the side, and he talks kind of like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get some Popeyes later if you don't mind.
Yeah, you think it might just be a bit for a little bit in the movie and then it gets fixed, but he talks like that the entire movie.
They're just trying to copy that Billy Madison, Waterboy formula. It's the way it goes.
Yeah, but this is way worse.
It is way worse, and you never don't start to not notice it. You notice it the whole time. It's there. He also kind of walks like he's scared, where it's like, imagine a helicopter was following you. You kind of walk like this, his brother's name was Adrian, so he kept saying, Adrian, explain our friend group. Fucking demonic as shit. There was a lot of really funny moments with the bad graphics, especially when little Nicky turns into a bunch of little Nicky spiders and they crawl around and terrorize the New York streets.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't even know what to make of this movie. Dude.
Is just the constant person flying out of somebody's mouth and expanding and then a grand reveal where they're like, oh shit, it's me. I just
so
came
weird.
out of that guy's mouth.
It's the weirdest thing. I was saying some of the effects remind me of some of the weird parts of Son of the Mask, where the guy's just morphing into weird stuff. It's like they first discovered CG and how to use it in a creative way, and it's just really bad. But
as these movies go on, I feel like I'm having less and less to say because I feel like I'm repeating myself from other movies. So it's troublesome because this movie's so goofy and terrible, but at the same time, I enjoyed. It's not like I didn't enjoy watching it. I did. That's the problem.
It was an enjoyable watch. It was just it's a so bad it's good type of movie.
And the movie ends with them putting the two brothers in Hitler's asshole, and it made a fart noise when they put them in there.
Yeah.
It's
that's how it ends.
So that's little Nicky. I mean, this was a great start to the 21st century for Adam Sandler. I mean, you see, he kind of likes to do the serious, silly.
Yeah, it comes right after Big Daddy. It's Big Daddy, Little Nicky.
It's a good 2-movie run.
Yeah.
One's big, one's little. Also, there's an ongoing joke where they have to stay warm, and he's always in a coat, and then his brother turns into a referee, and Adam Sandler becomes a Harlem Globetrotter and plays a one-on-one for his soul, basically. It's a 1v1 match to go in the bottle, and he wins by dunking on him.
Yeah, he does.
Clearly an offensive foul.
He does the Michael Jordan Space Jam, except for his arm doesn't get bigger. He just kind of flies and dunks it, shatters the backboard.
Anyway, I think this movie you have to put it somewhere towards the bottom, but you can't put it close to the very bottom. That's just disrespectful to how much fun I had enjoying Little Nicky.
Yeah, it sucks, but...
Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. Nice. But it's awesome. It's peak.
It's awesome.
It's terrible, but it's peak.
Yeah.
Let's put it at 33. It's like a angel number.
Yeah, let's put it at 33.
It's the opposite of 66.
It was peak. It was good.
Peak.
Yeah, let's put it at...
That's good.
33.
That's awesome.
33? That's a little low for a movie as good as this. Let's move on to some mid after this absolute peak.
I don't know if there is anything wrong because I don't know how other people are.
The movie Punch Drunk Love is such a left turn in the Adam Sandler filmography. It follows the character Barry Egan, who's working as this lone businessman.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to make a name for himself, but nothing really seems to be working in his lives. Everything in his life has so much anxiety, no matter what he does. And you can really tell this in the scene where he has a half dozen sisters and he goes to this family event and there's just so much chaotic talking. The energy in the scene is honestly really frustrating, and you can feel it through his character.
Yeah, just with the choice of the music and how they pan all the vocals and everything in it, you feel this anxiety that's building up in him.
And that anxiety is released when he basically breaks down the sliding glass door in the house and breaks everything. There's a few scenes in the movie where it's very clear that he has such anger built up and emotion. And the way he resolves this is by the love interest, played by Emily Watson, who does a fantastic job in the movie. She is also has the same awkward energy as him as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just less angry. And the two characters mesh really well together, and they end up together in this odd way where she takes this business trip to Hawaii, and Adam Sandler's character, he goes way out of character. He's such like a homebody. He doesn't really go out and do anything according to his sisters, and he takes this turn and follows her just for his personal life reasons.
Yeah.
And you see their relationship grow on this trip, and it basically grows him into this new person, and is what pushes him through the movie to go on and become a better person. Do you want to talk about like the phone sex thing and how the relationship helps him build on that?
Yeah. So that's the A plot of this movie, and the entire B plot is when he's feeling lonely, he calls up this phone sex line and they ask for all his information, his social security, his address, his credit card information, and he gives it all up, and you can tell he's in this really lonely state of his life. The camera work in this scene is incredible. It's a one shot for the entire thing. It's got to be about 10 minutes of him on the phone sitting in his apartment, just following him, sitting there. You feel the emptiness and the loneliness that he has in his life when he's doing this. It's really well shot. So the next day, the phone sex lady calls him back, and now she's gonna blackmail him. She wants $750 to help pay for her rent. He says no, goes back to work, and he keeps getting calls from her. Eventually, she sends over 4 people that you presume are workers for the line, or maybe her brothers, and they come and they threaten him, and they rob him, and they make him give them money. Eventually, after he goes to Hawaii and comes back, he's driving back with his girlfriend now, and they hit the car. He comes out and beats them all up. And then finally it ends with him where he goes to the mattress company where the phone sex thing is actually held, and he says this to the guy.
I have a love in my life. It makes me stronger than anything you can imagine.
The other thing I really like about this movie is the piano, or the
harmonium,
that is just randomly dropped off in the beginning of the movie. It kind of matches his character progression through the movie.
Yeah.
The thing comes in super broken, beaten down. He's like trying to touch it up. And as the movie goes on, he occasionally goes back to it at random points, just starts tapping it and playing with it, toying around with it. But then at the end of the movie, the final part of the movie, at his workplace, it's him with it pretty fixed up and playing it with his now girlfriend in the character portrayed by Emily Watson. But it's a good touch. Also, the music in this movie is great. I think you said it like works hand in hand with the piano itself.
Yeah, every time he plays a note on the piano, it's a note that goes along with the score, which I think is really good. And how the score progresses through this entire movie is awesome too. In the beginning, when you can feel his anxiety build up, the music is so tense. There's like these jungly drums that are just like doo, 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 doo. And as you go on, it starts getting calmer and calmer, and in the end, it's finally just him playing it, and it's beautiful. It's like a nice note to end it. It's great.
I'm surprised this movie isn't bigger in popularity in the same world as like La La Land.
Yeah.
I feel like the two movies have a lot of similarities. I'm not sure why this one is so unpopular when it comes to Adam Sandler movies. Maybe it's just the complete shift in change in tone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's such a outlier, and I'm not sure what else could be done to make a more like touching, serious movie.
I know, yeah.
It's just so, like I said, it's so out of left field.
I mean, it's so different compared to any other movie you see. You see the romantic comedy out of Adam Sandler, but this one is so different in a way that there is really no comedy in this movie.
It's listed as a comedy too.
It is listed as
which
a comedy.
is a crazy thing to think about now after finishing it. And it has its little touches, which is great with any movie, but I would consider it much more of just a drama than a comedy. I wouldn't even think I'd put them both I just put drama.
Yeah. I mean, this is the story of a broken man finding love and healing within himself. You hear him talk with his sisters and everyone else, and it's as if he can't do anything wrong. if he does anything, it's talked about forever. They still bring up these things from when he was a kid that he doesn't want to talk about. He has all this anger and buildup, and he just has no one to talk to. He talks to one of his brothers-in-law, and he asks to see a shrink and tells him to not tell any of his sisters, but the sister knows about it the next day. He feels like he has no outlet to talk about anything, and when he is finally able to talk to his girlfriend and say the things that he's done and say the things that's bothering him, and she accepts him, it's like this huge change for him.
Everything you could ask for today. Yeah. Little Nicky, Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, we watched Little Nicky and Punch Drunk Love today. So.
Just two completely opposite films that could not have been any better as a pair. It's awesome stuff.
Yeah, recommend if you're gonna watch movies with your buddy to go into the Little Nicky Punch Drunk Love.
Or maybe you watch Punch Drunk Love and you get touched, pause, and then you come back and you pick yourself up with a little Nicky.
Yeah,
little Nicky.
Just a little bit of it with a little Nicky.
Mm-hmm. As for ranking this movie, it is the best film we've watched so far. It is maybe actually, I wouldn't say it's the least funniest film. I think it's funnier than Going
It's
Overboard.
definitely funnier
I think it's
than Going Overboard.
maybe funnier than Bulletproof. Maybe even Airheads. It's such a serious film that I am surprised does not get more talks.
Yeah. My thinking is that there's probably not going to be many, if any, movies that are better than this. So I feel like it has to go in the top 3.
I'm fine putting this at 3.
All right, we'll
3's
put
an
it at
awesome
2.
number.
Or that 3. It can
move around.
Yeah.
Just like Bulletproof can move down, you know? Let's put it at 3 and leave it there, and then we'll see what happens from there. That's a good spot for it.
Yeah.
Definitely can't go any lower, so.
No. All right, let's go.
Don't let Adam Sandler fool you, because he can do serious, and he proves it here. This one's going right near the top.
I wanted to be a ping pong champion.
Mr. Deeds is a story not dissimilar to Billy Madison, but in a way it's completely flipped on his head. Mr. Deeds, or Longfellow Deeds, is a guy from a simple town. He comes from a modest background. He owns a pizza shop, a town where everybody knows everybody, when he inherits the fortune of his great uncle. Deeds has to fly to New York to inherit this fortune, where he sees some shareholders that want to buy the fortune off of him for $40 billion. What he doesn't know is that these two guys are actually evil, and they want to sell the company and lay off 50,000 employees. Deeds also meets a girl, Winona Ryder, who is a journalist and is faking being in love with him to get a nice story. But it turns out that she actually falls in love with him. Bunch of stuff happens where he's all upset and then she's upset and she actually wants to get with him. In the end, she gets with him, and it turns out the fortune actually goes to his butler, Emilio, who gives him $1 billion and he buys Corvettes for everyone. And that's the plot of Mr. Deeds. Everything goes right in the end, of course.
Mr. Deeds is what I would call a watered-down version of some of the more popular Adam Sandler films.
Yeah.
It was a 90-minute film, and once again, it was another one that you were having fun about the first 45 minutes to an hour, and then you're like, then it drags, and you're like, what's happening?
Yeah,
Is he gonna get his fortune or not? There's a bunch of switch-ups, and they always try a thing where it's like a last-second rug pull, and you already know he's gonna win regardless. Like, he's gonna have his happy ending.
It always has the same kind of formula. There's some decent moments, but nothing that really jumps out as that funny. Emilio's kind of funny. He's obsessed with feet, I guess.
Except for one foot he can't do.
Yeah, Mr. Deeds has frostbite on his foot. That's like a plot line. I guess it comes back in the end when he has to like stomp some ice to save Babe when she's drowning. Babe Bennett.
And the guy's so humble. I mean, imagine you inherited $40 billion. I would begin just making any type of like Mr. Beast video that I could. The guy's so humble. I mean, $40 billion in his bank account. He's still eating Cocoa Pebbles at the table. He doesn't need Emilio to change his clothes or anything. It really just shows that he will go out and do a lot of deeds for people. Maybe that's why he's called Mr. Deeds. I mean, he's at one point he saves Winona Ryder's character Babe from a attacker. Even though the attack is staged, he still punches the guy and beats him up to get her purse back. There's another scene in which he buys the entire town these Corvettes because he's so humble at the end.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one more selfless
He gave $20,000 to a bunch of kids. Yeah, Mr. Deeds lives in this weird area because Longfellow Deeds is supposed to be this, like, really, like, down-to-earth, humble guy. You know, he's supposed to be super nice. And then there's a bunch of moments where he's doing the Adam Sandler shtick, where he's just beating the shit out of people just because. I don't know, there's not much to say about Mr. Deeds. It's just okay. It's
okay, and like I said, it's just a watered-down version of other things. You can tell Adam Sandler's getting in this bad habit of making a comedy movie that's just there to make some bucks. I mean, this movie basically stands for what the opposite of Mr. Deeds is. Just a humble guy from a small town, whereas this movie's just, I'm sorry, but it's just a quick cash grab. It was
You're not
funny.
saying this is a cash grab, are
It
you?
was a little bit of a cash grab. It was. I hate to say it, but this movie did me no deeds. I'll say that. This was also the one moment that I thought was really stupid in the movie, is there's a scene where Deeds goes out and does another good deed of this woman is in a building and the building's on fire, and he crawls up the building to save her 7 cats, and he saves all 7 of them. Then he saves the lady, and then the media tries to portray it as he killed all the cats, and then, I mean, basically had sex with the lady in front of everybody.
As if there's not, like, dozens of people
witnesses
here just gathered around watching this all happen.
And not one person decided to come out and speak up on Deeds' behalf.
Like,
I mean,
this
it was
would be
ridiculous.
It would be disproved so quickly.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not even funny.
Oh yeah.
But I guess you need to keep the drama alive and make her realize that her boss is kind of a asshole. So
it's a Thursday morning and I'm watching Mr. Deeds. I mean, it's it wasn't very good. I mean, he could just become, instead of Mr. Beast, he could do Mr. Deeds.
as for where Mr. Deeds is gonna slot, it's like right at Little Nicky. I think it
want to put it below. I think we had more fun watching.
Let's
Little
put it
Nicky.
one space below Little Nicky.
All right, let's
then.
just put it one spot behind it at 34. I think that's fine. It was. It's. Just call him Deeds.
It's fun,
Yeah.
but it's not as fun as Little Nicky.
Yeah,
it goes one
34.
spot below.
Yeah, there you
34.
go.
Let's go. Underneath Little Nicky? Wow. Well, the next movie's got to be better than both of those, right?
Well, I hope everyone had a good Christmas or a good Hanukkah, and hopefully those 8 nights were really crazy. This movie. Oh,
only Christmas and Hanukkah?
Yeah.
Oh.
This animated film is 8 Crazy Nights, a movie where the 2 main characters are Adam Sandler and another guy who is voiced by Adam Sandler. The movie revolves around Davy Stone, a kind of low-life loser bum who used to have his life all together, but now he's just kind of fizzled out, and he's a criminal who is about to drunk drive, and he vandalizes a bunch of shit, and the police are following him, and they say, "Hey, Davy, you're gonna go to prison for 10 years, but now Whitey steps in, the old man who is also voiced by Adam Sandler, and Whitey says, hey, if you do some volunteer service and referee with me at this youth basketball program, we'll get that wiped off, and then if you do that, you don't have to go to prison." And Davey takes him up on the offer, but he's not really doing his job very well, and he's about to fall off and go back to prison unless he can complete this job. The movie follows their relationship between the 2 characters, and they hit a peak until the ending, until their relationship kind of falls apart when Davy's character is just a complete jerk to Whitey, and it's just sad to see because they've built up this great relationship just for it to get torn down at the end. And it looks like Adam Sandler's character, Davy, well, I can't say Adam Sandler's character because he plays like everybody in this movie, but Davy is about to get arrested until he helps Whitey at the award show, and when Whitey loses the award he's been looking forward to his whole life, Adam Sandler's character there, I did it again, he turns it all around, and not only does Whitey win the 35th annual sportsmanship award or whatever it is, but he gets the praise from the whole town because he's basically the Mr. Deeds of that town, Whitey is, because he's like the hero. He helps out everybody and everyone understands why they should be thankful for Whitey in the end. Adam Sandler also has a love interest that is, also has a son, and he helps the son, and it kind of brings the girl over into his life because she's so flattered by how he helps her son and then how he helps Whitey in the movie. I have to mention this movie is also a musical, so not only is it animated, but it is a animated musical, and every time the music starts playing, it is really awkward, and you look over at your buddy and you start playing with a little toy because it's so damn awkward. And I mean, I've just been describing the movie, but let's get into why the movie was absolutely a dreadful hour-long nightmare, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we can start with that. The runtime is 76 minutes, and it felt so long. It felt like a 2-hour movie. You're like 40 minutes in, and you feel like the movie's wrapping up, and there's still another like half hour left of movie to watch. It's crazy. The musical numbers are okay. Adam Sandler's singing in this voice for the other character, Whitey, like, "Hey there, everybody!" It's
so, yeah, you have the dynamic between Davey, who's kind of like, come on, I'm Adam Sandler, I used to be cool, and now I'm a fuck-up, and I gotta get it back together.
Yeah.
And then Whitey is like,
don't you talk that way to me, I can't stand you!
Yeah, I guess he's also like 4 foot, and he's got a 4-foot sister, too. That's just because, and they have different shaped feet.
One is bigger than the other. That's like the punchline. I mean, every punchline in this movie does not hit home. The only funny thing was the 3-breasted lady.
Every single joke in this movie,
it's like fart, poop, and puke humor.
Yeah,
kinda.
It's fart,
like
poop,
burping.
and puke. There's like disgusting, vile scenes of like kids like just putting snot out of their nose,
and
or
like reindeer
there's like
pooping.
a close up on a deer's literal asshole, just shit coming out of it. It's like disgusting.
It's just like potty humor, and it's really terrible. I mean, if I want to talk about the animation, I mean, that's kind of subpar too. It's like you just look in the background and nothing's moving, or someone's like walking in slow-mo in the background.
It's overall just like ugly. I do not like to look at this movie. The colors are bad. I don't like the animation.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a really poor like Disney princess movie, or like maybe kind of like Lilo and Stitch a little bit, like the 2000s Lilo and Stitch. It has a look kind of like that, but it is just
it's just way
it's
worse.
not pleasing to look at either.
And not that the animators had much to work with, I'll
Probably
say.
not. Also, I gotta get a quick laugh out of that. The Davey character is just animated to be Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is just like this. So Adam Sandler's character, Davey, looks really lifelike, and I feel like everyone else is like over the top animated.
Yeah, you wonder why this couldn't just be a live action movie. I guess they wanted to make an animated movie.
He does Whitey so dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was Whitey, I might have just ended it a few times, especially after I didn't win that award.
Oh my god. Adam Sandler's like insanely mean.
Oh, he's so rude.
They really forced this love interest because she obviously hates him the entire movie, and then just at the end she's like, "Oh, now I like him because he did one nice thing."
Yeah, he is. Just because you did one thing and you did a million bad things doesn't mean you get to win in the end. That's kind of the message I got out of it, you know?
Yeah. And he should be going to jail still because he did break into the mall. So
he still broke into the mall, and just because he like made it right with Whitey doesn't mean he didn't break into the mall and break down a bunch of shit.
He did breaking and entering on parole. I mean,
yeah, I mean that should have been done right there. I mean, yeah, it was like, I think he kind of breaks the law on the first night of Hanukkah, and then he breaks into the mall like just a few days later.
Yeah, like literally a week later.
Now I want to get into, do you think Whitey and his sister have, I mean, they lived together for like their whole lives. Do you think they've ever done stuff together?
Why? What's wrong with you? I'm not.
I mean, these characters are so close in their lives. I think they're twins, and it seems like they don't have any other love interests, but they live together, and it just makes you wonder if they're ever drunk and they had one. Doesn't have to be 8, maybe just one crazy night.
Where do you think we should rank this movie?
I think this only movie that has been worse than this so far is Going Overboard.
Are you sure?
I think this movie deserves to go in the 40s. Yeah,
you think this movie
had a few redeemable qualities? You know?
What?
Oh, it had a cute ending. Some of the songs were peak. None of the songs are peak. I mean, you want to put this in the last spot?
I don't know.
At least it wasn't that long.
I laughed more during going overboard.
Yeah,
I didn't get disgusted during going overboard.
No, but it was just like upsetting how poor that movie was too. I mean, 8 Crazy Nights is like a Christmas classic, I could say.
It's a Hanukkah movie.
It's a Hanukkah classic. So I think it goes at like 44. 44.
It's so bad. Oh yeah. Also, Rob Schneider plays that Asian dude.
Oh, Rob Schneider is the Asian guy with the really Asian accent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
All
realize.
right.
I just looked it up as Rob Schneider.
Oh, in that case, let's just keep it at 44. Yeah, this movie is irredeemable. Just like Davey Stone should have been. I mean, he should have went to the Slammer for 10.
Yeah, it's horrible. All right, let's put it at 44.
Oh, that one left me upset. And some might say it might have left me even a little angry.
Calm down.
I'm calm!
Anger Management is another movie set in New York where Adam Sandler is mad all the time. This movie's plot is pretty ridiculous. Adam Sandler is working for this place where he does magazines of like cat clothes. He's on a business trip, so he gets on a plane and he just gets rage baited into screaming once. So he has to go to court and do an anger management class with Jack Nicholson. Well, Jack Nicholson's character is just crazy. He ends up having to move in with Adam Sandler because he needs 24-hour surveillance so he doesn't get angry all the time. Jack Nicholson ends up breaking up Adam Sandler and his girlfriend's relationship so that Jack Nicholson... Oh my God.
Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson ends up breaking up Adam Sandler and his girlfriend's relationship so that he can swoop in and take her. But it's really just a setup so that Adam Sandler can, I guess, be more affectionate in public and be less reserved. And they end up proposing at a Knicks game and Rudy Giuliani is there for some reason.
It's a Yankees game, not a Knicks game.
Hey, it's a Yankees.
That was a different movie. That was Mr. Deeds.
But in the end, they just explain it all. This just big plot dump where they're like, oh yeah, everything in the movie is set up. It was all fake, every single inch of it. And the movie was pointless, and it's for no reason.
Well, he did become a better person, I guess, in the end. He became more affectionate in public. That was what the whole thing was about,
Yeah,
apparently.
he can do PDA now, which is great.
But I mean, the whole movie is just Jack Nicholson rage baiting Adam Sandler for a good portion of it and like pranking him a bunch of times, like a gotcha moment.
Yeah, and as far as Jack Nicholson goes, he's great in it. He's super funny.
I mean, he's nodding up and down with a big smile, and that's about all he does. I mean, he's basically there to just taunt Adam Sandler's character the whole movie.
It's literally the entire movie is just Jack Nicholson rage baiting him.
I mean, that's what I want to talk about is like, I want to go over the times he rage baited him was when they're together, when he starts staying with him, he sleeps in his bed naked and makes them sleep next to each other.
Yep.
He brings him to like a shady part of the neighborhood and makes a drag queen, Woody Harrelson, get in the car and try to like kiss Adam Sandler. He does that. He makes his girlfriend break up with him just to steal her and then really force their relationship quickly into thinking that he's going to propose to her within like weeks at the Yankees game and steal his idea. Oh, he like ditches him at this dinner and leaves him hanging out to dry with some other chick. The movie was actually more funny than I thought. I thought the premise was going to be that Adam Sandler's character was just like super angry the whole time. And but the bit is that he's not really actually angry. He's just a normal guy that gets screwed over in these awkward situations that I guess at the end apparently is just a huge prank.
Yeah, I guess like he gets angry a couple times and they're mostly all pretty valid. Yeah. Like bad things are getting done to him throughout the whole movie and he mostly just keeps his cool.
Like there's one part where he just gets the tiniest bit angry at the anger management meeting, and when he does, he says something like, all right, or something like that, and everyone's like, whoa. Like they're literally, every single character has to rage bait him at least once. It's the Jack Nicholson character, the John Turturro character, the girlfriend, the boss, Big Dick. Even Big Dick rage baits him.
Yeah, there's a girl, or
it's the best friend of the girlfriend.
Yeah, the best friend of the girlfriend. He looks beside him at the urinal and sees that he just has like a massive cock, I guess, and that makes him really insecure about them hanging out.
That whole scene is good because he walks into the bathroom and tries to immediately walk out, and then the guy catches him. He's like, oh shit, I gotta go in the bathroom. Now he goes to the urinal next to him. No divider, by the way.
No.
Open just like this. And Adam Sandler looks at the other guy and looks down and then looks up, and the other guy goes, oh yeah.
Like the same joke that happens in just about every
that's
movie.
Right. Uh-huh.
I mean, this movie, it's just like, it's all the same jokes in every single Adam Sandler movie. It's not that funny. The only good thing about this movie is really Jack Nicholson.
He does a great job in the film.
Yeah. The ending is just so garbage. I couldn't put it so high because of the ending.
But I feel like this movie it keeps you on your toes a little bit. You're like, wait, is this going to be a setup? Is this not? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, and that kind of works. But otherwise, this movie, like we were talking about how each movie is like grounded to reality, and like this one is more than a few other ones, but not really at all either.
No, this could never happen.
Especially the ending is so damn far-fetched that he like didn't get arrested for running onto the field, and even the cop is like, hey, let him speak. No, wait, bring him back. Last second. And Rudy Giuliani's like, yeah, bring him back.
Yeah, this is trying to...
Derek Jeter's like, yeah, bring him back. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. The movie was alright. It gave us some good laughs.
Yeah, it was fine.
We knew what we were expecting.
I never was like, oh, this is horrible, except for the ending was bad.
Yeah.
But it was mostly funny. It was fun. It was just as good as Big Daddy, probably a little bit better.
It was a fun movie. That's literally what I was thinking, is between Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy. Smack dab at the 20 spot. Like, there you go.
Yeah, let's throw it there.
Let's throw it at the 20 spot.
All right.
It was a good, fun movie, but that's all it was.
There we go. Put it at 20. Oh, that movie makes me so angry. I need something a little more loving next.
Yesterday, I've never even met you.
We take a trip to Hawaii for this one, where Adam Sandler plays the playboy character of Henry Roth. It is described in the movie at the beginning that he goes on all these dates with different women that come into the Hawaii village and stay there, and he has a bunch of one-night stands until he meets the character played by Drew Barrymore, Lucy Whitmore. He meets her at the breakfast diner where she's having a waffle and sits next to her, and the two enjoy each other's company for the day. He thought the exchange went well and shows up there the next day to meet her. The next day he shows up to meet her, and for some reason she does not remember a single thing that happened the previous day. Not one thing. As confused as everyone else is, it's quickly described to Henry Roth that Lucy Whitmore has a traumatic effect where she got in a car accident and can't remember the things that happened the day before, hence 50 First Dates. Henry Roth quickly goes into action and tries to win over Lucy Whitmore by doing certain stunts and trying to a bunch of different things, and quickly gets better at it until the two have this special relationship. It all sort of falls apart when Lucy one day realizes that this whole thing is a whole basically Truman Show incident where she's not able to recollect what happened, and she's living the same day over and over, and everyone's trying to cover it up, and she has a huge problem with it. Adam Sandler comes to the idea that he's going to make this tape and they're going to play it for her every day and they're going to fix this relationship. They end up breaking up, they end up getting back together, and all is well when they get married and go to Alaska and have a kid that she forgets about every single day.
Yeah. That's 50 First Dates.
That's 50 First Dates.
It's pretty cute. It's fun. Another Drew Barrymore movie. I feel like they have great on-screen chemistry.
Oh, they do.
In both of the movies we've seen so far, they're both super cute
They
stories.
do a great job. The movie has one of the most unbelievable plots I have ever seen in my entire life. The fact that she forgets everything by the next day is super confusing, and it doesn't really stack up. For example, she finds out that she finds the paper for the real day and realizes that everything's gone wrong, and apparently this has happened several times and they have like a contingency plan for it, but it's kind of confusing how she apparently starts to remember Henry Roth's character by like painting him and stuff.
They say that she sees him in his dreams, which I guess can like say some sort of thing, but it's confusing. It doesn't make sense how it just resets every day. I guess you're just forced to take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt. know that it's not exactly grounded in reality, but it's sort of.
Yeah, the idea of the movie is absolutely unbelievable, whereas compared to the movie Wedding Singer, it's a believable story just with these really like abrasive characters where they just are over the top. In this one, the characters seem more grounded, but the story is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 10-second Tom, who forgets what is happening every 10 seconds, and he just says, "Hi, my name is Tom" a bunch of times, and that's that. I mean, that's the joke.
I mean, there's a thing where you see him walking down the stairs, and he's talking to Adam Sandler, and you think in your head, you're like, if he's walking down the stairs and he forgets something every 10 seconds, you think that he'd just forget that he's walking and just like fall down the stairs and kill himself one time? Probably.
At least once, you know?
Yeah.
Does he like shut down?
Well, it can only happen once.
It can. It's not like...
You can't die more
I was
than
also
once.
wondering if maybe her character could die, and then if she did, does she respawn?
Yeah,
back?
I think she
But
respawns
I don't
every
think
day.
They kind of showed that she was about to jump off the dock and kill herself, but she didn't.
They did show that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then they like calmed her down, but would she have respawned? I don't know.
I don't know.
If they
there
would've
was
made
also a
that.
pact in this movie that the dad had with Adam Sandler where if he doesn't have sex with his daughter in 50 days, then he's going to shoot him in the head.
her. And he gets it on day 50
Yeah.
in the aquarium, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he doesn't last. He lasted as long as 10-second Tom. 10-second Tom actually lasted longer, and then he went through that. His thing is like, what the fuck? That's awesome. Yeah, but yeah, the plot also revolves around if he doesn't have sex with her within 50 days, the dad will kill Henry Roth, and that's the idea. Is that he has to get it done. He gets better at getting closer and closer every day, and then finally on the 50th day, he did get it. That's like the first half of the movie. The second half is trying to bag her for the long run, which he does that too. I'm not sure. It happens really fast at the end, and there's like a time jump with their daughter, and they're in Alaska.
Yeah. In the beginning of the movie, it's just like it shows a bunch of girls that had sex with Henry Roth, and that he's just like a playboy who hits it and quits it, basically.
Uh-huh. And then he switches up for
I have no idea why they do it. Yeah, because he meets Drew Barrymore's character, and then
This
he
is
just
like
instantly wants to settle down.
I mean, it's like his dream girl. He
Yeah,
could just hit it and quit it and then forget and then do it over and over.
That's
and
what
over.
everyone is saying. They're like, "Oh, this is your dream," but then he's like, "Actually, no, I
really want to be with
It's
her."
like,
which
why?
That makes no
like,
sense.
why
too.
include the first part then? Just to be like, "Oh, we're girls who want to have sex with Adam Sandler."
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's it.
A
That's
lot
it.
of people would. If I were to compare this movie to anyone about how good it is, I think it goes right next to the other Drew Barrymore film, which would be The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
This movie's just kind of odd. It's a classic, but this has a really weird plot, which kind of holds it back from being like peak. Or
Yeah,
elite.
it's fun. It's cute. It's pretty decent.
It's like legendary, but not mythic.
Yeah, yeah, I liked it. So
So I put it like literally right behind, one spot below Wedding Singer.
All right, let's do it.
Right there.
Aw, that movie was so cute, wasn't it, guys? Let's put the two Drew Barrymore movies right next to each other. Why not? I feel like that's a pretty good spot.
They should name a gender after you.
Spanglish is an interesting movie. It's part love story, part coming of age, part family drama. Spanglish centers around this Mexican girl named Flor and her daughter Christina. They come to America and are housekeepers for Adam Sandler and his wife Deborah. Adam Sandler's character's name is John. And they kind of have a dysfunctional relationship. Deborah's pretty weird. She's just very uppity, I guess. And then they live with her mom too. And she's the housekeeper, and she starts to learn English to get along, and Deb is like really weird, and she takes on the other girl's daughter as her own, kind of. And eventually the daughter gets a scholarship to go to college, and Flor is not very happy about it, but she lets her go, and then eventually she quits the job and makes the daughter drop out. The whole movie is a college essay, basically, that the daughter is writing to get into school. And also, the wife cheats on Adam Sandler, and there's like a love between Flor and, I guess there's a love triangle or something going on. And they kind of like kiss after the girl cheats, and then they just leave, and it's sad because you want them together, but it's also kind of weird, the love story, because like she's his maid and he's like falling in love with her, but I guess she's reciprocating it at the end, so I don't know. That's that.
It's a movie that's a little bit out of Adam Sandler's element, I feel like. Some of the performances fall a little flat compared to Adam Sandler's, where it's like his acting in this movie, and especially some scenes, are very well executed, and then the other characters feel like they're kind of just like B-list, C-list people that are just there to fill the roles of the movie. I mean, there's a scene where Adam Sandler's character John finally learns that his wife has been cheating on him for like the past few months. Just the shallow, shy, and quietness, and you can tell he's kind of teary-eyed. It's really well done, and I mean, I gotta give some flowers to Deborah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just like, you just want to hate her. She really sucks.
Yeah, it's like a character that's like written for you to hate, basically. There's not much depth to her. The person that she cheats on him with, you see them together for a total of, I swear, 10 seconds, and it's one scene, and you're just meant to believe that she had been having an affair with this person. Mm-hmm. She's literally just like written to hate. She's like a conduit for Adam Sandler to get with Flo.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, it makes that their kiss justified in the end, and like the grandma's just like this complete drunk. She's basically like what the Rob Schneider character is for like the first half of the movie, and then she immediately like locks in and gets sober, and then confronts Deborah about cheating because she knows about it because she sobered up and figured it out.
Yeah,
and then they find out, and Adam Sandler and Floor, they kiss, but they don't get together. And it's not even like bittersweet either. It just is like bitter. It like sucks.
Just like, man, they should have just
like, damn,
together.
They should have gotten together and started a family, and that's why they call it Spanglish.
Yeah.
It's Spanish and English.
Yeah.
Ooh, did you think about that?
No, I actually didn't consider that, but I guess it's Spanglish because Spanish and English go together.
That actually could have really worked together if they got together then.
Yeah. I mean, the movie's like, it's decent. It's kind of disjointed. It's a little bit, it's really long, but it kind of has this like ADHD about it.
It's out of character.
Yeah.
Compared to the other movies. And it seems like it was just a movie that had just had Adam Sandler thrown in it. I mean, it doesn't feel like him, I would say, compared to everything else.
But I like when Adam Sandler is in movies like this,
Mm-hmm.
but it could have been written better.
Yeah, definitely could have. I mean, it became a long watch by the time. It was very slow burn, but not in a good way either.
Yeah,
with their relationship, and then it doesn't even pay off.
Right. The climax of the movie, when Adam Sandler finds out that they're cheating, and there's this love story where he's cooking for her, that it's fun. That climax is nice, but feels like the climax goes almost nowhere, and the build up to it just is like disjointed, and it just doesn't work that much. But overall, it's a fine movie. I feel like
it was fine. It was dragging.
Where do you think we should put this movie?
I mean, I feel like this movie was not as fun to watch as something like Anger Management and Bulletproof, but it would be a disservice putting this below like Little Nicky and Mr. Deeds and those kind of things. So like 28. It was whatever. The mom was an
28.
absolute just terrible character and rude piece of shit that basically fat shamed her daughter.
Oh yeah, she fat shames.
Yeah, 28 will be good for that.
28. Well, that certainly was one of the movies of all time. Let's move on to The Longest Yard.
All right. I broke my nose.
Adam Sandler brings the boom in The Longest Yard. He plays Paul Crewe, former NFL MVP, all-star. He's done it all. But when he gets in a huge DUI accident that turns the world upside down, he goes to prison, and he meets the warden, who is not a nice guy. The warden tells him that he's going to coach his football team, his semi-pro team, and if he doesn't, well, it's going to be trouble for him with a lot of the other guards. The guard tells him to decline, but he accepts the offer, and he ends up having to coach his own team of inmates to compete against this semi-pro team of guards. The team learns to bond together as he recruits a bunch of all-stars. He recruits Deacon, he recruits Maggot, played by Nelly. You got Michael Irvin, Nelly. You got this huge Indian wrestler dude. This guy, this huge black dude, the CTE. I mean, they create this like Monstar level team. And the guards, they kind of get scared, so they throw some obstacles for Crew's team, and they end up killing off Chris Rock's character, which is really sad. They ended up flooding their practice field just to get back at him, but none of it's working because this team is built on a solid foundation. And when they get into the game, they have it all tied up at halftime. It's really going their way until the warden speaks with Paul Crewe at halftime and says, "Son, you got to shave points off this game just like you did to go on probation all those years ago." And he says, "You know what? I'll do it if it means I don't have to go to prison for another 25 years. Crewe, he throws a pick six, he loses a fumble. Next thing you know, they're down 3 scores and the team's giving up on him. But he sees some hope when he realizes that, you know, life's not so bad. You can stay in prison, but this game's forever. He says a broken leg is one thing, it'll heal. The win, that would last a lifetime." So they go out in the 4th quarter, they put a few scores on the board, they tie up the game in the final second, and they go for 2, and they win it. And not only do they win this game, but Paul Crewe earns the respect of the lead guard, Knauer. The movie ends with the warden getting the game ball from Paul Crewe, Knauer backing Paul Crewe as well. And here comes the boom plays in the credits, and the team wins. It's an awesome game. The game's awesome. The movie's great. What do you have to say? It's like we're in the booth, or it's like we're the 2 guys in the booth talking about the game.
Yeah. I think the movie is very fun. I wouldn't say it's great.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, it's fun.
It's definitely has its flaws. The guards in the beginning are just so evil. Just like,
oh yeah, they set the
hell
tone. I mean, Paul Crewe gets beat up like 5 times in the first minutes he's in the prison facility.
Yeah.
It's kind of frustrating. There's a lot of just guards beating on people and rage baiting. That's basically what brings the whole team together to actually want to play the game. You know, getting mauled over whatever because you want to watch The View in your free time, or getting called the N-word and just getting straight, I wouldn't even call that rage bait. But it goes beyond rage bait, doesn't it? It's not even doing it justice, but that is what brings the team together, but it is really far-fetched. Another thing that's really far-fetched is I'm surprised the game wasn't played within the prison facility. It's like on a high school football field, and they bring, not only do the inmates get to go play there, but there's like an inmate fan section.
Yeah, it's interesting. I also see it's kind of weird that they just have people, it's like, if these guys try to escape, just shoot them. It seems
Yeah, they said
crazy.
Shoot them in the head, which means like one person gets shot, the game's over.
It's like murder them
it's not
in
like
front of everyone.
We're picking it right back up in the 2nd quarter. That's just not what's gonna happen. Luckily they didn't go that way, but I'm kind of glad they didn't because that would have been a little weird. But
yeah, in the end, the warden of the prison, he thinks Paul Crewe is trying to escape. He's really just going to grab the game ball, and he tells one of the guards to shoot him as he's walking away. And
sir, there's people.
Yeah. On the other side of Paul Crewe is just people leaving the stadium. It's like, I cannot shoot him right now. There's like hundreds of people behind him.
He's just going to grab the game ball.
Yeah.
Damn it. And he did, and he gave it to the warden. That was so dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
But I really do appreciate the coming together of the inmates, you know, like the recruiting was fun. The basketball hoopers teaming up with all the other guys was fun. You know, it's a cool thing to see when they all get together to defeat a common enemy. I kind of like that theme, at least. It works here. It's obviously really far-fetched, but it is a good, fun experience.
Yeah.
Rip Chris Rock's character, I mean, that part was kind of tough. He's kind of like the Chubbs role where he just gets executed for little reason. I mean, actually, he was executed so that they kind of come together over that. But I mean, they already had things to come together over. I would have liked to see him at the game. It's the way it goes, but how would you compare this movie to Waterboy? Because it's a little more real, but the thing is, I feel like this movie kind of goes hand in hand with that. They're both football, I guess, but like the Waterboy leans in a little more to the Billy Madison side, where this leans a little more into like
classic Golden Age 2000 Sandler, where it's a little harder to laugh, you know? It's just like a little more serious.
They
Still
try
a comedy, but
there's a lot of jokes in this one that fall flat. Just the same old classic bits that they always do.
Cheeseburger Eddie, that was rough, you know, picking on a fat guy, the male cheerleaders, you know, all that with Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
A lot of good cameos in this one. But if you were to ask me, I think it goes behind the Waterboy, but like just behind it and above like Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates.
I don't think it's above Wedding Singer. You think it's better than the Wedding Singer? You do?
Better than the Waterboy. It should be like top 10. This is a good, really fun one.
That is.
I think it should go like right behind Billy Madison.
That's.
I mean, it can go like. I think it's better than Anger Management.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. I'd be cool sliding 50 First Dates down a spot and putting it in right behind the Wedding Singer and over 50 First Dates.
I mean, yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Let's put it
Come
in.
on, it's good.
No, it's not.
Let's sandwich it in between those two movies that we talked about. That's
all right. Let's do it.
That's good.
Well, there it is, everybody. The last movie that we're going to watch in part 1. Thank you for watching. And this one's going at 15. Look at that solid throw. Oh, yeah. I'm looking like Paul Crew out there. So there it is. We're done for now. We're 16 movies in, and we're a third of the way there, but we can cap off part 1 after watching The Longest Yard.
Yeah, I mean, with all the work we've done, it's really troubling to me that we're only a third of the way in, but I'm here for the rest of the journey.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and I think we did just get through what I would call like the golden era of Adam Sandler. You know, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates, a lot of classics, and
yeah.
I think there is some nerves to be had with what is coming up in this like 2000s, early 2010s like quantity over quality slop era. Little nervous about that, but I mean, we go on, you know. Job's not finished. We keep going.
Exactly.
Stay tuned for part 2 where we will be watching Click, Reign Over Me, Chuck and Larry, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, Bedtime Stories, Funny People, Grown Ups, Just Go With It, Jack and Jill, That's My Boy, Hotel Transylvania, Grown Ups 2, Blended, Men, Women, and Children, The Cobbler, and Pixels.
Yeah, we are really in for it with these next stretch of movies. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned.
You're not going to want to miss it. I heard Pixels is a love story about Pac-Man and Game Boy, and apparently they didn't get the rights to Mario, but they got Sonic.
We'll see you guys in part 2.
That's right. Thanks, everyone.